We started working with a client who was brand new to Faire. Of course, we had scaled our own brand Bearkind from scratch a few years ago, but we did have the benefit of being an early adopter to the platform when it first came into Europe. This time around, we had a brand new account in a very saturated marketplace where immediate growth is not the given. So, how did it go? Well, I am pleased to report it went very well. In this video, I'm going to talk you through exactly what we did and the results that it had on sales. Hi everyone, my name is Lucy and our agency, Candid Founders, helps brands grow on Faire. This YouTube channel is all about showing you how to scale your own wholesale brand. So if that's something you're interested in doing, make sure you hit subscribe. So let's dive into this brand. I will start at the start with the very first month of working with this client. They came to us with a brand new Faire account and wanted to give it to us to manage their growth, and that is exactly what we did. It is very encouraging that at this stage in Faire's journey, it is still possible to take a brand from zero to actually making sales. So if you're watching this thinking, I'm new to Faire or I'm sitting on Faire and I've got no sales, you can change this. The first thing we aim to do with any client is get some quick wins under the belt as soon as they start working with us. We want to hit the ground running, so there's always a few key actions that we perform when they join. In our first meeting with them, we'll discuss MOQs, promotions, their shipping tiers. We do always encourage brands to try zero MOQ to start with, especially if they're a new account and they have no social proof and no reviews. You've got to think about it from a retailer point of view. If they find your brand or come across you and you have no reviews yet because you're a new account, they've not heard of your brand before, so there's no social proof, it might be quite a hard jump for them to go to spend £400 in the first go. So the zero MOQ is really to get your account going. In the future, when you have more social proof and there's some trust built there and people can see that people are buying your products and there's reviews, that's when you can increase the MOQ if you really want to. But we have found that zero MOQ works really well for our brand. We'll also review all of their shop settings right away and make sure there's any tweaks we can do right from the start, plus work on slightly more strategic moves, such as optimizing the shop page for collections, imagery and wording. We will also discuss their target audience from a retailer point of view and start finding qualified leads. So as we do begin our email marketing, we will be starting to add in relevant and targeted leads to their Faire Direct account to stimulate sales for them. We will also, of course, work with the brand on their current wholesale customer base. So if they do have any wholesale customers already, possibly on another platform, or they've just had some manual sales from them, which is where Bearkind first started, we will work on getting those leads uploaded to Faire as well, because you want to use that as an opportunity to try and get some more sales in the account right from the start. You also need to give them a reason to shop with Faire. Some won't want to, they might want to stick direct, but you can explain to them that you're on 0% commission because you've uploaded them directly, and you can provide some incentives and promotions if they shop through Faire that time. And again, this is teaching the algorithm what type of retailers are buying this product. So then it will go out and go and search for more retailers that will find your product relevant and actually purchase. The next stage takes a little longer depending on how many products the brand has in its catalogue, but the SEO optimization of product listings is a really key part of growing your account because it is a search algorithm that you're working with on Faire. We usually complete the SEO optimization within the first month, but depending on how many products they have, if there's over 100, that will kind of be spread out to ensure that all other aspects of the page are grown in tandem with this. And all of this worked. Within the first month, we'd driven nearly 300 new retailers to the page and got them a conversion rate of 7%. That was a massive win to get us going, and we were only just getting started. So if it is a brand new account and you've got no leads in your Faire Direct, or if you've got no prior sales with wholesale customers, so no retailers that you can actually add in, there's no point focusing on email marketing just yet. Focus on finding targeted leads. We will go out and find qualified leads every single month to add to our client's Faire Direct account, and then these will be marketed to via the Faire email marketing tool. We find these leads via Google Maps or the retailer's websites or their socials. We then have our own system which checks over 120 different factors when looking at these leads lists to ensure the emails that we are contacting are good quality, qualified for that brand, and won't get any spam complaints. We then check these emails through another email provider before putting them into the client Faire account. This allows us to understand the deliverability of these emails before we start sending emails through the Faire account. This just gives our brands the best possible chances of converting these retailers and actually making sales on the account. Now, as it is a brand new account, we're pretty much treating it like an acquisition flow. So we start with an introduction to the brand, to the products, to the brand owners. Don't forget, I always say when talking about email marketing through Faire is you're an independent brand speaking to independent retailers. So humans want to connect with humans. They want to know about you and the brand, the people behind the brand, the reasons behind the products. Then you can move into also deep diving on the products themselves and their USPs. We also bring in key seasonal pieces. So if you're launching at a certain time of year, so say it's like Valentine's Day, Easter, Mother's Day, or even Christmas, you want to bring that into the acquisition as well because that's very relevant for that time of year. These emails that you're building are great for acquisition. So even if you're using them at the very start of the account, you can duplicate them and use them for future leads that you're bringing into the account. I've built a great email guide guide that will give you step-by-step instructions on how to build these emails. Plus, I've popped in a bunch of our own emails that we've been sending off our Bearkind account for the last 6 months through Faire, so you can see exactly what that we've done and steal all of our email ideas. I will link you to that below. So once we have those leads in the account, sending emails to them every week, but we're also sending messages through Faire's messenger tool every single day. Now, not every lead is being messaged every day. Don't worry, we're not just spamming people on a daily basis, but there are messages going out of the account every day. This works in favor of the algorithm because you're stimulating the account, you are showing that you're trying to get more business. There is a limit to how many messages you can send through the Faire DM tool anyway. So it just means that we're sending segmented messages so they are relevant to that retailer in their buying stage. So we will go after abandoned checkouts, new orders, review requests, and then as the account gets more established, we're chasing customers for repeat orders as well. So the good news continues because this consistency we have found in uploading new leads to the account every month, emailing these leads every week, and actually using the Faire messenger tool every day leads to consistent growth. So what you're doing in completing all these actions on the account is showing the Faire algorithm what your products are by SEO optimizing them so the right retailers come across your products. You're then telling the algorithm exactly what kind of retailers could and should be buying from you by uploading relevant retailers and then converting them. So the algorithm will use that information, go off and find more retailers like those. And then you're showing the algorithm that you're a good user of the platform. You're engaging with both it and your customers. You're actively trying to grow your database of retailers and therefore Faire's database of retailers. And we have found that all of this consistency actually does pay off. Now, the next amazing thing that happened on this particular client account, because of all this consistency and therefore the growth that came off the back of it, is they were able to grow their product catalog. When they started with us, they had about 10 products. So we worked hard to bundle those up and also split out variants so we increased the catalog, because we have found there is a correlation between larger catalogs performing better and getting more sales. With our help in then scaling their account, we've pushed them to scale their product offering as well, and they've actually managed to grow their catalog 10 times since we've started working with them. This has been amazing for their account as well. One, actually adding products to the account every month works really well in Faire, and the algorithm once again sees a really cool growing brand. Retailers are offered more choice, and as they successfully sell through, when they come back, they've got more options to buy from and the orders grow. So the lifetime value of those customers is just going up and up. Now, not everyone has the ability to scale their product catalog in this way. Possibly you're homemade or you have other constraints in your supply chain. Same goes for Bearkind. We have significantly grown our catalog over the last few years, but it took more time than this current brand I'm talking about. For example, we have very high MOQs per design we bring out. From a cash flow point of view, it's just not possible to just 10 times the product catalog all in one go. However, we have seen a positive correlation between growing our catalog and then growing our sales, but also the availability of our products. So it's really important to actually be able to consistently have products in stock. It really tanks our sales and conversion rate when we have certain products out of stock. This is why we've done a lot of work on merchandising our products to categorize them into kind of like A, B, and C sellers. A sellers we need to keep in at all times, and yes, it is very damaging when we don't have those in. So do consider your product range, but also your product availability, because if you do have lots of retailers hitting your account and not able to order, it will tank your conversion rate. The algorithm will see this. So the availability of your product for busy retailers who just want to order there and then is really important. One thing we have done that helps alleviate this pain a bit is pre-sales. If we do have certain products that are out of stock but they're coming in, and we know a particular date in the future that they are coming in, we will put them on pre-sale. So it kind of reduces the pain a bit. The customer is still ordering because they know they can lock in when that product is coming in, and we still make the sale. So there you have it. Even though you would at this stage not be considered an early adopter of Faire anymore, it is still really possible to grow an account from zero to being a really successful account. And we have seen it on more than one client now. If you do need help starting or scaling a Faire account, then do check out our account management service at candidfounders.com, or drop us an email at hello@candidfounders.com if you've got any questions. We'd be happy to help. I hope you found this video useful. Let me know in the comments if you've got any questions. I always get back to everyone. Subscribe to this channel to get more content to help you thrive on Faire, and I'll see you in the next video.